Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne 2014, where 3/4 of our quarterfinals, go and figure that one out, are completed. Last game of the quarterfinals coming up right now. I suppose in one way, Rhett, the three that have gone through make this a very sexy set of semi-finals.
Yeah, every race has been represented so far. Every player is obviously a fan favorite. And the matchups are looking to be so sick, like HerO against HerO, HerO against INnoVation, so awesome. Also, Rain against Polt. Polt beating Rain's little brother teammate, classic, setting himself up for a rematch with the king of Protoss. And I have to say, the tournament is shaping up in like the best possible way.
Yeah, it's almost an echo of what Jinro was saying in that just couldn't be better right now. Everything's great. And talking of great, we've got another great game coming up because it's INnoVation versus HerO. Ligulac has this one as an INnoVation win 3-2. But we all know that means nothing right now. But going by the quarterfinals so far, Polt 3-2, Rain 3-1, and Patience losing 3-2. It's all been very, very close today.
It has been super close, and we've seen some crazy games that I actually have not seen before in like 4 years of StarCraft 2. So it's impossible to predict what will happen between HerO and INnoVation. INnoVation has looked super good though, playing the previous days. And also HerO has been in pretty good shape, and I'm not going to pick anybody because it's just, the tournament's been too crazy.
Damn it, Rick, come on. Get off the fence.
Okay, since I'm on Liquid, I'll go for HerO.
Ha! I was waiting to try and get it out of him, but I didn't think it was going to be quite that easy, but okay. So let's just be serious for a second, right? INnoVation flew through his group yesterday, which included Classic. We've lost him. HerO, on the other hand, went through 2 days ago in the group that contained Rain. So how do you gauge form at this point in terms of the way that they've come through to the quarterfinal?
Yeah, it's really hard. If anything, though, I think Terrans overall have kind of shown, like, maybe a couple of weeks ago, there was like a Protoss favor. But it seems like the build orders they're using now have managed to counter the blink openings quite decently. So I'm sure that INnoVation feels the same way, and I'm sure that he's regaining confidence against Protoss.
Without wishing to rub an old wound, so to speak, is it a surprise to you that we could end up with 2 Terrans in the semi-final as the dominant race?
It is very surprising right now, because if you look at Pro League and the results there, like Terran has been having a really tough time. Yeah. So it's definitely awesome to see that they are figuring out how to play. And I guess it's also cool that no big changes have been implemented yet, and sometimes they just need a little bit of time to figure out how to deal with the metagame, and that's awesome about StarCraft. It's always been like this. There's always been huge shifts in either direction, but in the end it always works itself out, and it seems like, without saying anything too early, that seems to be the case at this tournament. Good
stuff. Thank you very much, Rhett. Rhett's going to be back a little bit later on. We do have a Zerg in the semi-final, so you will be seeing our Liquidian again today. Talking of Liquidians, there's one up now. He takes on Team Ace's INnoVation in yet another battle of blue versus green. Time to go over to our commentary team for our final quarter-final. James, take it away.
Alrighty, the final round of 8 series here to determine those top 4 spots. It's going to be between INnoVation and HerO. And we've seen Liquid versus Acer quite a bit, and we're back here again.
Yeah, it's one of the new rivalries here in the StarCraft scene. It used to be all about the EG versus Team Liquid, and now Team Liquid versus Acer. I guess, sort of on one of those new rivalries, but I guess there is also a bit of a love triangle here with CG. But between these two teams here, there was actually a few tweets that were exchanged recently where, I don't know if you heard about it, there was a few jabs thrown at each other about how well it will go if they were to face in a Team League. But this is not going to be a Team League here. This is going to be HerO versus INnoVation. I would say 2 of each respective team's aces.
Yeah,
they do have more than one.
Yeah.
For Team Liquid, it's going to be HerO and Teja. For INnoVation, probably MMA. Actually, they have Scarlet MMA INnoVation. Quite scary lineup.
Yeah, certainly so.
But going into this match, HerO has been playing really, really well versus Terran for all of the latest games that he has played. Whereas INnoVation, he had a bit of a struggle versus Protoss, I feel, in some of his games. For example, in the HerO Invitational, in which he lost versus MC 2-3. But yesterday, when we saw him play, he was a new INnoVation. He crushed MC completely when he played him, and he's just looked so dominant so far in this tournament that it's really a hard match to call for me. Even though HerO's playing so well versus Terran, INnoVation, he's shown such strengths already in this tournament.
Well, Frost, Habitation Station, Heavy Rain are our first 3 maps here between these guys. And we'll figure out in just a second what the last 2 are. Yonsu will be 4th, and that rounds things up with Polar Knight for the 5th. So, no Ultrazine Stronghold here. No huge map to get us going. We already just saw the previous map with Jaedong and Patience playing out until the very end on that map. So, this is gonna be a close one. INnoVation has shown that he's able to dispatch a very strong Protoss here, and then HerO, he's always been relevant for the longest time, ever since he joined Liquid. It feels like only yesterday, but it's actually like years ago now that he joined Liquid.
The last time these two played, INnoVation was actually able to take the win 2-0. It was 5 months ago, so that's quite a long time. And at that time, HerO actually, I really think he was struggling a lot versus Terran. But since then, things have happened. Since then, he's participating in Pro League, and he's been practicing so much versus Terran. And it really shows. Every time we see him play these days versus Terran, he's delivering. He's playing great. He beat 4GG twice in this tournament. He went 4-0 against him in maps.
Yeah, that was a bit brutal there for 4GG, who just looked pretty much outclassed there, despite 4GG's fantastic run at the previous tournament. And to be honest with you, he could do the same again. He could turn around and do this to INnoVation, but I think INnoVation's probably going to pull out quite a bit here. The funny thing is about INnoVation is that currently he's not qualified for the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice. So he certainly has his eyes on the prize, as does HerO, though. He needs to be the second hero there.
Yeah, HerO here definitely gonna have to play his very best as always. We see a HerO actually these days playing very versatile as he always has. As I mentioned this before, he's one of those players that every time you see him play, he does something different. A lot of the time with a lot of aggression, and it really looks like he's freestyling a lot. When in reality he's not. He always knows what he's up to, and even if he does some kind of freestyle strategy, he knows how to fall back into another strategy, how to transition out of the worst situations. But what we will see very often out of him is some aggression, be it with a Stalker pressure, an Oracle, and just some of the best Protoss micro out there. He's always able to kill so much early on and not lose much himself. He was I think he was the first player to win in a high-level official match with a perfect back at MLG. He didn't lose a single unit. I remember that game. It was against the Terran on Shattered Temple, and that was pretty impressive.
All right, well, we're getting geared up for the first game now. Frost is our first map as the countdown's begun. INnoVation and HerO getting ready for this final round of 8 series. And what a day of games we've had so far. A lot of long series, really going down to the wire for everyone. It really shows how well matched, how hungry all of these players are at this Intel Extreme Masters. And again, it's just been a phenomenal tournament to watch so far. Let's get into game number 1 as we have INnoVation and HerO to determine who gets that last round of 4 spot. And up to the top right-hand corner, our red Terran representing Team Acer. He is INnoVation. And to the top left, our blue Protoss representing Liquid. It's HerO.
INnoVation, man, is like the Terminator of Terran. He's the ultimate boss. He likes to play standard, but he just executes it so well. It's like kind of a similar version of, I guess you could say, Rain, but for Terran, where he will very often use similar builds with lots of expansions. I would say on defense, though, probably not as defensive as Rain, as he likes to pressure. He likes to go for medivac drops a lot more than Rain would be aggressive in general. And we could see something like a very quick third command center out of him, even though on this map, if you don't open for command center first, it's a little bit less likely. But yeah, it does look like a barracks. I expected gas on 12 here, and this is going to be some very, very standard play. Remember what Red Eye mentioned earlier. When INnoVation was watching Polt, he did look very inspired. So as much as he played actually completely differently versus MC, we could be seeing something similar.
We could be. And the thing is that INnoVation during the group stages was always chilling out, hanging out with Classic, you know, talking about all the games that they were watching and TVPs and stuff. So they've been bouncing ideas off one another in the back and, you know, just making sure that they can try and advance on. Unfortunately for Classic, didn't go quite as well. But INnoVation, you know, he's going to have a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He's gonna play this out to the bitter end once again.
HerO on this map, upon realizing his opponent is cross map, could go for something like a Stargate since he has opened with double gases. And again, HerO is really that guy to always try and be fairly aggressive early on. You're never going to see HerO go for what Rain did earlier, for example. Forge, a Robo, then Tech to Colossus and being no. That's way too passive for him. He does not like this kind of slow and macro heavy games. He likes to put and apply pressure. Ooh,
yeah.
Here we go.
So this has to be Twilight Council here, right?
Yes.
So, do you think he goes DTs?
I think DTs makes a lot more sense. Could be Blink, but I think DT is definitely a much better choice in this position. And you know what, INnoVation, this is gonna be pretty hard for him to see this coming. There is almost no way he's gonna be scouting this and getting into the main of his opponent when he sees the amount of units. That's basically how he's gonna be. The only chance he's going to be able to deduce what's up in this game here.
Yeah, I mean, he jumps in, has a little look around. He sees how much gas is being currently mined, but I don't think he actually clicked on either of those gas geysers. That could be a bit of a tell.
Oh, engineering bay goes down right in front of that probe.
Whoa.
Is that a scare tactic? I don't think so. I think INnoVation was probably planning for this because look, he's kept on mining gas for quite some time. He's got over 140 right now. This is weird. Does HerO, upon seeing this, think that he's living with his probe? I think he's just gonna get Blink.
Yeah, I
he's
guess
like,
so.
You know what? You don't want to add barracks. You get an engineering bay. I'm just gonna get Blink.
Yeah, this is a good choice after seeing that engineering bay. You know, it's going to help him out quite a bit. It certainly solidifies the decision for him if he has an option, and he does with that Blink now on the way. When are we going to see the gateways go down? There's already a bunker at the front here for INnoVation, but he's certainly going to have to read into this, and it's going to be very difficult for him to realize this Blink.
INnoVation thinking this is probably an Oracle. This is not a good scenario here. He's going to be getting a lot of Marines, but there is no way he's going to have Steam Pack on time to defend this. An additional gateway was made. I expect at least 3 in total, but since he's on 16 probes, I think this is going to be maybe even 4 gates.
This is old school. This is like the one-base Blink tactic that we don't see as much of anymore, but it really could catch INnoVation off guard because it hits furiously quickly. I mean, the 2 barracks are just being added on now, so he's not going to have a huge amount of bio, and he needs to deny his opponent from seeing that natural. He needs to deny them from seeing any natural. Oh, and he sees that it's not there.
But I mean, knowing he's half the battle, but in this case it's a lot less than half, because having units is going to be a huge part of the battle, and INnoVation is not going to have much. He's just getting Marines out of a single barracks. With a reactor, yes, but when Stalkers are going to start being warped in 3x3, he's going to be in a lot of trouble here.
Oh, he's abandoning.
Oh, he knows what he's up against. He knows now.
Certainly. I mean, adding on those bunkers in the main as well. He knew from the very beginning what was going on.
And this is so smart to evacuate his natural here. He knows the Oracle timing has passed. Dark Templars could be coming, but he already has a turret and he has double command center. The thing he's most scared of is Blink play right now, and he's up against Blink play, so it's as much as it's going to be hard, he's already set himself up for defense really well.
And he actually blinks on forwards, bringing down that SCV just before the bunker completes. That's a very nice move, but at the same time, there's enough SCVs here for one to jump onto that bunker, and then he's going to have to defensively blink off the side. And now INnoVation's, I mean, he's sitting pretty. He's not he's not an SCV lead at all, but with the second command center down, he doesn't need to be.
I think HerO has to transition out of this, surely. He doesn't have a big Stalker count. He might blink up the ramp, but there is a bunker that's going to tank a lot of those damage. He's actually... Wait, the units of INnoVation, I thought he had some units in that other bunker. He doesn't have all that much here. He should have tried to get a snipe on the mothership core, then this aggression would have ended. But no, a lot more SCVs are going to die.
Yeah, he has to just defensively blink out one at a time here, and then he will get a bit more damage done. 7 workers have gone down so far for HerO. It's 27 to 16 right now.
He's going to blink the rest of the ramp.
And, well, that's actually not that many units he actually has left. Losing those Marauders is a really, really big deal with those Stalkers still around. The Marauders have to come out so quickly to defend against this.
Yeah, and INnoVation has lost so much. 12 SCVs in total. This is looking really bad right now. HerO's going to keep on applying the pressure. Even though he has a good enough probe count to go into a transition and an expansion, he saw an opening here. He saw that there was only 3 barracks, that there was probably no Steam Pack. He realized exactly what he was up against. And going forward with even more attack, he's going to have another time warp to work with very, very soon. And this has got to be it.
I mean, this game pretty much solidified all of your expectations. HerO ever the aggressor, whilst INnoVation just trying to play out a standard game. Right now, if he loses a barracks off this, that's a bit of a blow. I mean, he doesn't have anything. GG. That forces him out of the game. He just wouldn't have had the unit production to ever keep up after losing that barracks.
HerO not wasting any time in this quarterfinals, taking the aggression straight away to INnoVation. I have to say that Engineering Bay, I was like, is this a scare tactic for him not to go Oracle and Dark Templar? This kind of backfired because he didn't do either. When we know he was probably thinking into going into Dark Templars, and in the end, the blink here really paid off.
Yeah, and I mean,
imagine if HerO hadn't scouted and went for DTs, and they would have been turrets.
That's true. That would have been a lot worse for him. The thing is that, you know, some people may say, well, after he saw the Engineering Bay, you know, he could have potentially been going for Blink and just hiding the Blink down there, but the probe was down there up until the point when he saw the Engineering Bay after the Twilight Council had started. So he always had plans of trying to start that Dark Shrine, but in the end, well, it does fall to HerO anyway. Habitation Station will be game number 2 between these guys, and INnoVation's probably just going to be, you know, being a little bit more defensively minded, maybe not taking the full risk of, you know, playing super greedy.
You know, INnoVation, it's weird because sometimes he looks so dominant, but other times it really looks like he's doubting himself. Recently, when he played in my online tournaments, in quarterfinals, he 3-0'd live. And then after this, I was basically like, all right, it's over. He's going to win the tournament. But then comes the semifinals. He has to face MC. He loses 2-3. In some very, very strange games, barely losing the final game after a huge mistake. And after that, he has to face Teja. And again, he loses 2-3. So going into those high-pressure games against some of the world's best, he struggled a little bit at times. I really thought that these tournaments could be the renewal of his dominance. But in the end, in the first game, he kind of disappointed with a lot of things. Going for that eBay was such a doubtful move for me, and in the end, he got really punished for it. And this game actually kind of reminded me of MC versus INnoVation on Habitation Station, which we saw in the online tournament, in which INnoVation, even though he knew there was probably going to be a Mothership Core that was going to scout him, he still made a third command center in his main. This was spotted. MC made a bunch of additional gateways and just killed him because he knew there wasn't going to be enough. So here again, this happens, a similar situation.
Well, now INnoVation has joined the lobby, and we're going to be getting into this in a second. Now, INnoVation from here on Habitation Station, there's still a lot of like little things that HerO can do. He could quite happily go for a Stargate play. I'm imagining we'll see INnoVation open up with at least one Reaper to start scouting out the rest of the map. Otherwise, it's going to get a little bit tricky. You always need to know what's going on a map like this. So...
Yeah, actually, it's funny that I didn't even notice this was going to be Habitation Station. I kind of said what INnoVation previously did when I saw him play on this map versus Protoss.
Well, countdown's begun. We are going to jump into game number 2 as HerO and INnoVation square off for the second time here in this best of 5. HerO taking that very, very quick lead and doing all right for himself. I really wasn't expecting a one-base play to come out from him in that game. The DTs could have led on to an expansion a little bit easier, but he changed it up, and it was full committal to the aggression from there on out. So now, game number 2 between these two monsters. As we have, spawning up to the top right-hand corner, our red Terran representing Team Acer. It's INnoVation. And up to the top left, our blue Protoss, currently 1 game up, representing Team Liquid. It's HerO.
It was Acer's manager birthday recently. I'm sure he hopes for nothing else as a gift than an INnoVation win here.
That would be nice for him. A lot of birthdays actually recently. What's going on?
Yes. You know, I actually asked INnoVation about the games that he played online recently, which I just mentioned, the 2 and 3 versus MC and Teja. And going into this match, asking him how he felt. And I tried to use as easy English as I could for him to understand. And I think he understood in the end. And he thought for a very long time, and he looked at me. He looked like he was going to say something very important, but then he hesitated, and then he just said, win.
What?
So going into this match, he basically expects to win. So later on, I used Paul to translate a little bit of what he was thinking. And I asked him the same question, and he was saying that he wasn't confident at the time when he played online against these players, but now he's a lot more confident. It really showed yesterday, but here in the first game, I just don't like the way he tried to go about the build that he was going for. Perhaps cancelling the eBay would have been a good idea and adding extra barracks, but it's always one of those things where you can't really know.
That's certainly true, especially when you've had things hidden, etc. But for now, INnoVation's just going to send out his first SCV to head right on over there. Noticeably, he actually didn't go for Reaper. He's going straight into Reactor. So a little bit of a change that I was expecting here from INnoVation, as normally the Reaper would come out just to try and have a look around and control the map.
Yeah, HerO doing 2+2 here, not necessarily going to be some heavy tech coming from all these gases mining. He's getting a Zealots, probably not going to be cancelling on pulsing the SCV, but we've seen actually a lot of people, a lot of players really wanting to get a cancel on that Zealot. Why do you start it in the first place? And I guess the opponent can see if you started it or not, so there is a little bit of mind games already into that. INnoVation going for the reactor again very, very quickly. This is a bit weird because he keeps on mining gas with this. And as much as in the previous game, this was for a very, very quick eBay, I don't think it's going to be the case this time. And look, he's going to stop maybe at 100. He has 100 now. Does he get a factory quickly behind this? But then, why is he only mining gas with one SCV? This is a bit weird.
I think it'd be nice to see an extra factory. Yeah. So, sorry, not an extra factory, the first factory come down here from him. So we could see some Marine Widowmine play from him here. Still only has the 2 in... Wait, did he have 3 in gassing before? Sorry? Or did he...
No, he went down to 1 and now he's back to 2.
Oh,
so
okay, I was going to say.
He just wants a bit of gas for Widow Mines, and we could be seeing something like a quick third command center. Remember, this is the map he tried it against MC before. Wasn't successful, but now if he was to get Widow Mines, there is a lot of things he can actually counter. But HerO goes for the gold!
And he's also gone for a Twilight Council as well. So
oh, is this Blink or is this Dark Shrine?
I think it could be Dark Shrine this time. Just to try and keep his opponent...
Mind games.
Yeah, like... kind of pinned in, I guess. But then Blink would be nice across the 2 locations to try and hold him steady.
I absolutely love the positioning on that factory. HerO was not able to spot it because it's in such a position, and we have a Dark Shrine. Both players really trying to trick each other here. Does he go for a starport? Yeah.
The Mothership Core sees the factory, sees the starport timing, so he knows exactly what he's going to be playing against. This Dark Shrine.
What are you doing, INnoVation? Why was his Marines were not covering the top part of his base? There was nothing innovative about the placement, let me tell you, man. He should have had a depot maybe to help and spot that Mothership Core. Now he's been completely scouted, and I would definitely give a huge advantage to HerO.
Yeah.
If INnoVation doesn't scan soon and see those DTs coming, it's gonna come down to luck, I feel. Whether or not he's able to defend. Is he gonna have the scans on time or not?
Well, as the Terran in this situation, you don't get a Reaper early, so you don't really fully scan out. He goes up to the natural, sees that
there is an SCV. He sees a Stalker, but he sees no expansion. What is INnoVation gonna think? He has to scan the main.
He might think the same build's happening because he hasn't gone up to the gold, obviously.
He salvaged the bunker.
What?
And he's still not getting an eBay. He thinks it's an Oracle, I think. Look, he's putting a Widow Mine in his main mineral line.
Oh my.
Still no eBay.
This has been such a bizarre opening to these first 2 games, and now, I mean, HerO...
A single DT will be made because he's still on just 1 gateway, which I think is actually a mistake. He needs at least 2 DTs here, 1 in the main, 1 in the natural. But scan will not be up for quite some time. 33 energy on both command center right now.
And that Dark Templar is going to get in here. INnoVation, how well are you watching this is the big question. Right now, not. As that DT is going to go to work, still does not have energy for a scan, does not have an engineering bay. One starts instantly as this Dark Templar goes to work, but this is a big deal. A second Dark Templar is going to set off as well. Yeah. So if he delays those turrets from going down eventually... Oh, he actually gets out of scan range! Oh my! What a fantastic move by HerO, escaping from those SCVs.
And we have a Dark Templar in the natural, killing a bunch of SCVs. Now a Mule as well. More than a 10-worker lead, plus the gold base. Let's just say HerO has invested in the right stock market here.
And even if those Widow Mines were to drop on the other side, he has observers in place to be able to catch them. He has one at that gold base that he could just place Photon Overcharge and kill that.
HerO playing so well here and completely catching INnoVation off guard. INnoVation has to evacuate his natural. He's down to 24 SCVs against 41 probes. And with the gold base saturated, this is going to be over 1,000 mineral income here. Look at HerO, gateway explosion. He can follow this up with another attack. He's getting blinked now.
This is looking quite disastrous here for INnoVation, as that turret is going to be forced to cancel as well at the natural. And this being shut down...
Oh, and the eBay? The eBay is going to fall?
Getting the eBay.
Not upgrade.
You shall not see these Dark Templars for a long time. Oh, he's even going to get out of scan range. GG! Wow, HerO takes a very swift 2-0 lead. And right now, this is a massive contrast into what we've already seen today. This has been over so quick, so fast.
Definitely has been so far. Bolt Classic 3-2, Range XG 4 games, Patience Jaedong 5 games, and now we have a 2-0 lead for HerO, who could take this in 3 games if this keeps going. This looked so dominant out of him. He completely caught his opponent off guard, and INnoVation with the minimal scout here, no scan in his opponent's base. He's really trying to prepare for everything in the end, except maybe there is always, when you try to prepare for everything, there is always going to be one thing that completely counters you. And in this case, in both games, HerO hit it right. Because in the first game, INnoVation was ready for Oracles, he was ready for DTs, but not for Blink. This time, again, he was ready for Oracles, he was ready for Blink, but this time it's DTs.
Yeah.
So if this keeps going and this happens again, this is going to be a 3-0.
And INnoVation, I mean, from there, it's not as if going up against him, HerO had to kill him off with those Dark Templars, right? Having that goal base, having that probe lead was just an amazing situation that he was in.
And Adivisi actually tweeted Oracle next game. Hashtag IEM.
It could quite happily be. If HerO does that, Heavy Rain's a good map for Proxy Stargate, actually. This could be a disaster here for INnoVation, who's currently 2 games down against HerO in our final series of the round of 8. And I was expecting another really long series, but
this is tough. I really have to feel for INnoVation here.
Yeah.
Really, really unlucky so far in this series, but not putting all that much effort into scouting his opponent. You know, he sent an SCV here and there. Even on the last map, he sent an SCV in the mid game when he could have, or in the early game, when he could have spotted that Dark Shrine on time. Of course, there's going to be a Stalker. It's HerO you're playing against. An SCV is not going to be enough to scout your opponent. You need to scan.
Oh, well, countdown's begun, guys, for game number 3 even, as INnoVation and HerO. Right now, the Liquid player is absolutely stomping INnoVation and just catching him off at every guard. But now let's get into it. Game number 3. Match point for HerO, and then INnoVation has to win 3 games in a row to make this work. As we have spawning up to the top left-hand corner here as our red Terran. Representing Team Acer, it's INnoVation. And down to the bottom right, 2 games up, making it look pretty simple here so far. Representing Team Liquid, it's HerO.
This is going to be an Oracle on Heavy Rain. You know what? Oracle into 4 gates Blink is actually a pretty sick build.
Yeah.
And on a map like this, where Blink is actually really good, if the Oracle was... If HerO went for this, did a bit of damage with the Oracle, he finishes the game automatically with the Blink play.
It's like...
INnoVation. You need to scout, bro.
Yeah.
You need to scout better. You need to scan. You need to use more Reapers.
What's this?
You know, INnoVation, he opened twice with a very quick reactor and then went for Marines. This was the problem. This is why he couldn't scout. So he's going to try to surprise his opponent here.
Yeah.
With, actually,
very quick
when you
Reaper.
do this very often, it's going to be 8-8-8. But in this situation, it's just going to be a barracks on 11 and gas 11. And the barracks is a little bit proxied. So if HerO was to do something quite greedy, which right now doesn't look like he's doing anything like that, this could kill a lot of probes and set INnoVation quite nicely going into the mid game. And most of all, he's going to get some information out of this. He's going to know how his opens up to a certain limit.
Now, I mean, after the past 2 games and HerO being 2 games up, I don't really feel that HerO has a huge incentive to go into a big macro game, so I was anticipating some aggression from him again. But so he's going to have to ward this off first at least, and then he'll probably, from there, realizing that his opponent's had a small committal to this, you know, try and go for some macro. But there's so many options available to him that this is going to be interesting to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, a bit of a late Cybercore, actually, just because HerO here, he went for it at 18 after saturating his gases quite heavily. So this could do quite some damage.
And this second barracks here for INnoVation, I assume this is for, just in case it was an Oracle, he needs Marines back at home, right?
Yeah.
Or it needs to start building up that number.
I don't think it will make much sense to go for a lot of Reapers in this situation. Then again, why not? But since he's not mining any gas, he's just going to be 2 Reapers early on. And I like this. He's not committing to it. He just wants to get a few kills on those probes. And you know what? This is smart because HerO, he has opened similarly in every game. And INnoVation has finally picked up on it. He's like, you know what? You want to get a Zealot and a Mothership Core? Your Mothership Core is going to be delayed because of your 2 gas opener. I can maybe get some kills here and there. But no, HerO, he pulled the probes just after losing the shields. And he's not going to lose anything yet.
Very, very good control here from HerO as he will shoo away that Reaper, and aside from that, the expansion is going to go down for INnoVation.
Yeah.
So he's looking to just plow on forwards, whilst 2 Reapers actually can probably do quite a bit here. It's going to be hard to really get rid of this fully, because they are so mobile.
He could get in the main to counter-attack. I think HerO wants to go for some... Oh, HerO wants to go for a run-by or an attack with these 3 units here, the Mothership Core and the Stalker and Zealot, and defend back at home with just a single Stalker. But then he realized his Stalker was taking too long to come out, so he brings back the Mothership Core. He's still going to go for it, though, with the Stalker and Zealot. This is not going to be spotted by the barracks, I believe.
No, it's just on the edge of it.
And there is no bunker.
This is going to get quite annoying. How many Marines does he have? He has 4 in total, with 2 more added, but that's quite difficult here. If he brings down that SCV, making the bunker, that'd be nice.
He needs a little more than that. What does HerO go for behind this? He's not throwing down the Nexus. Looks like he wants to do it now. No Twilight yet. No Stargate either.
Yeah.
So, let's see in a second. Oh, the Reapers.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Yeah, getting that, denying that is very nice. He has to wait for another one to come out, but at the same time, he has to protect it with those Stalkers. Meanwhile...
The bunker is going to be up on time.
Yeah.
Because HerO took... he was waiting for his Mothership Core. He took his sweet time here to attack. This is going to be up on time. I like INnoVation's position here. Even though he's a little bit behind on walkers, he's delayed his opponent's expansion a lot. He's forced a lot of Stalkers out of him. Let's wait and see if this does not backfire. Twilight Council. Oh,
well, here we go again. He really likes Twilight Council right now, by the looks of things.
On this map, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You can just do so much with this blink play. And INnoVation actually going to be on 3 barracks. This is what we've seen from Terrence.
These Reapers have to be very, very careful. One of them is going quite low, and those 2 Stalkers can start to, continue to hunt around. Nice separation there, though, by INnoVation of these Reapers to really cause his opponent a little bit of problems. He will lose the 1, but the 2nd does get out alive.
Yeah, he gave a choice to HerO. One of those was going to die and one was going to survive. This was like Batman over again.
He saw the Twilight Council. He saw the Twilight Council, so that's not too bad information here for INnoVation, at least.
Actually, he might be quite worried about this because 2 times before he got the worst end of basically trying to guess what he was up against, which at the time was actually between 3 choices. Right now it's only 2. So it's still pretty hard and difficult.
Yeah.
I want to see if he scans. That's my biggest question right now. Does he scan and try and see if there is a chrono boost on this blink? And also, I guess since he saw the double gateways, it makes a lot more sense right now to go for blink. Which is why HerO could try to trick him and go into Dark Templars. INnoVation might think like that. In this case, though, it's still blink. And INnoVation, you know what? He might say, this is heavy rain. This is probably going to be blink. And I think right now that's what he's thinking, even though he's getting the engineering bay.
Whoop.
We'll see how many turrets he throws on. Oh, yeah, he's going to know for sure now.
Yeah, that Reaper got in there just at the right time, sees everything that's going down, and now how is he going to prepare? He's already throwing down bunkers. He did that on the engineering bay before, just in case, but for now, I'm pretty sure everything is going to be committed to the defense.
Yeah, and no turrets will go down this time. INnoVation, he needs a bunch of bunkers. He needs to take very, very quickly to Medivacs.
But look at this.
Oh, I love this.
Templar Archives as well as Forge. So
as scary as I think it would have been to pressure on, INnoVation is going to be way too ready for this. Look at the front of his natural. Double bunker, 1 in the main. He's actually getting quite Marauder heavy composition. Look, he's made a whole bunch of Marines, and then behind this, he used 2 tech labs to get a lot of Marauders. Usually, a lot of the time, you see Terrans go for double reactor and 1 tech lab. In this case, INnoVation doing the right choice here, I feel. And behind this, he's taking to Medivac. He's in a much better position, definitely, I guess, since he's still alive, too, in this game. At this point in the game.
And he's losing a little bit of mining time with the SCVs, and as well as the opportunity cost of where the minerals could have been spent on these bunkers. And meanwhile, behind this, HerO is transitioning on. So he's just flexing his muscles at the front a little bit with these Stalkers, making it look like he's still committing, but he's realistically not. He's not. He's an
Flexing his muscle, huh?
Yep.
The new done and dusted.
Dude.
of yourself, Karis.
He's poking out and
Yeah.
looking around. He's doing all right for
I
himself.
think by now INnoVation should be realizing what he's up against, which is a transition. Kind of easy to guess that it's going to be a Charge Lot, Templar, and actually those Stalkers, man. They blinked up the ramp.
That was ambitious.
I think they realized this is a strictly forbidden entrance area.
Yeah. INnoVation's got that on lockdown. He's not really going to get anything done there as HerO. He has to go home. He's adding on a few more gateways, adding on charge. So it's going to be the big Templar focus here with gateway units. And from there on, I mean, is he going to try and just go into a third and play this defensively? Is there anything here that indicates to you that it's going to play it aggressively?
Yeah, when that he's getting his medivacs, he's made a lot of bioforces because he was preparing for some blink play. I definitely think he's going to try to put on some aggression, but now it's all up to what he sees against him. But look at his macro. He has so much supply. He's really taking off right now. He's a little bit behind on walkers, but in army, 59 to 38. So as much as we've seen actually Storm and Photon Overcharge being good and really helping in these situations, if INnoVation's careful, he spreads his army out very, very well. This could go very, very good for him as long as HerO takes a fight too early or out of position. But if HerO basically turtles, because right now he's quite far behind on army and all that, he should be okay. This is going to be tricky though. And HerO, he knew it was going to be the case. This is why he broke those rocks. He wanted to buy himself some time. Charge is going to finish here in a second. Actually, 30 seconds from now. But he has a bunch of storms ready. Those INnoVation now, this is the case. INnoVation hasn't scouted all that much.
Exactly, and the charge not being there might be a little bit of a pull for him. He sees the high Templars on the high ground though. He pulls back instantly as...
This is what I was afraid of.
Yeah. He can't stick around for too much longer. 2 storms got used there. He doesn't really have too much access to more. Maybe 1 or 2 max, but INnoVation's going to fall on back to a third base. He had his natural quite a lot quicker than HerO anyway, so we can kind of understand why he had that bit of a macro advantage there. But now, with that third base going up and running, that's going to be okay for INnoVation.
HerO has 3 storms available. This is why he's chasing right now, but actually those storms, they are not going to come into effect in this fight. At least not yet. He's going to go for a drop. I was going to say that he sees that the army is out of position. But, if this goes into a base trade, it's going to be very tricky. And actually, the orbital commands of INnoVation have so much energy. I wonder what he's doing.
There's really not a hole there to defend against this, as he will end up dropping all of these units and trying to pick off that high Templar, which will end up falling. And now this is a lot of firepower that he has. The Zealots are trying to clean up what they can, but at the same time, the third base has been forced to be denied. And HerO, actually, in terms of army supply, is up right now, 66 to 55.
He has so many storms.
Yeah.
And this is going to hit so early. INnoVation's losing everything he has right now, those SCVs.
This could be it right here. HerO is doing a lot of damage to his opponent. INnoVation technically has the higher army supply, and he actually does lose his main Nexus, but there's so many SCVs that have died. He's down to 3 SCVs against 50. He somehow needs to rally back some army back there, and if he can clean up the drops in his base, then he's going to be in fine standing, but even then, I mean, INnoVation's...
he empowers the gateways. This is so smart.
Oh, that's fantastic.
HerO cannot reinforce those... He needs to snipe those Templars here. And he's going to get them. I think this is it. The army supply, 45 to 26.
38 workers to 2. And it's
attack right now.
Yeah, it's 11 Marauders and 6 Marines, and that's all he's really going to have. Up until those mules land, though, that's a big difference. And he's actually killing off more workers at this third base as well. INnoVation.
HerO has the money to remake units. He needs that Artosis pylon to be replaced right now, and this is going to get chased down. There should be too much for INnoVation, but HerO, he has a few Archons here.
Almost got a medevac there. Yeah, he does have a few Archons.
The Templar is actually going to die because he's out of position. 70 energy, 72.
Not enough charge slots there to be able to hold this back either. This is getting a bit hard for HerO, as he will try and push on further, but he's still losing quite a few units. He's warping some in, though. With that pylon that was added on, but it's 50 army supply against 28. If INnoVation can continue to trade properly, he should be okay. And again, behind this, he's actually got mineral income. He's rebuilding thanks to those mules. He had almost no workers, but mules are helping out considerably. He's still only at 2 SCVs. The army supply is still in favor of INnoVation as he tries to hold on.
I like the way he's trading right now, because if he had not been trading the way he is, and basically HerO stays behind that photon overcharge, he gets enough units to hold. There is a storm ready, and a lot of red marauders here.
Uh-oh.
This might be what HerO needs.
That Storm, if it lands properly, he could hold on, he could push this away, and a good split there, a very strong split by INnoVation.
They don't even have energy at this point. This is ridiculous. This is really coming down to the wire.
Zealots charging on forward. Any stim here for INnoVation is a big deal because they don't have that energy, as you just described. A little bit there, a little bit. But now 10 Marauders are out against this, 12 Marauders in fact, and he gets that Mothership Core as well that was accruing a little bit of energy, doing some free damage from the air. But these Zealot numbers, they're swelling here, Todd. Yeah. They're swelling.
Stutter step or die, INnoVation. You need to continue doing this work that you're doing here. I know it's hard, but you need to keep doing it. And actually, this is the point where INnoVation is going to start to have a lot less units than his opponent. There is only 2 medivacs left alive, and all of these units are red right now.
There's a sentry there as well. He has to be very careful on that ramp. It gains enough energy to throw down 2 force fields, but this bio army is becoming stronger and stronger as he's trying to rally desperately across there. There's a force field. Doesn't really help out too much, though. Those Zealots have to move back to that natural once again, but the army supplies are slowly evening up here. 28 to 31, and now the Nexus will end up falling. The probes come off the line to push this away. Look how low these units are. No more healing. No more healing. 1 more medevac is in production. This is so close once again.
And INnoVation has 2 SCVs that are in fact mining gas at his natural, which is the saddest SCVs I've ever seen.
I don't think it's enough in the end. I think even Mules won't be able to save him from this situation.
I cannot believe HerO held this.
What a fight. What a fight. HerO is clawing on tooth and nail to just try and keep himself sturdy. The supply count's very in favor of HerO now, but almost all of that difference is in probes.
Yeah, and this is going to make the biggest of differences. You know, INnoVation... Yeah. I'm actually surprised. I guess he was mining the gas on purpose. I thought this was a mistake, but he needed to get another medivac. Now he got it out. But regardless, HerO has so many probes that right now he's able to remake the Mothership Core. He should be able to expand again, and he can spend all of his guys into Templars. There is no ghost town on the map. The army of INnoVation is going to be super small, and HerO has dealt just so well with it. He's actually going to move in for the kill. He wants the 3-0.
And all the while, that +2 armor for HerO has been working wonders against only +1 weapons for this bio army.
It was very important.
As HerO now, he sent just two Zealots forward to try and catch some of that income there. Nice force field will catch a few of those units, and there is 1 High Templar along with this that does have energy for a storm, so INnoVation is going to evacuate back to his main, but this is a catastrophe for him. Yeah. He needs some kind of income, anything.
The orbital command is even going to burn down. INnoVation's broke. He's trying to repair. This is going to die.
1 more shot kills it off, and now HerO could just go home.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah, and he loses a Stalker for his troubles, but he could just go home. INnoVation is in one of the roughest situations
Storm's
he's been in. And that Storm does catch a lot of that bio at the front, and anything he can damage at this point with this army is great, because there's not really that many medevacs at all to help it out. But he's going to chase down these Zealots that can't really turn for the fight, because he'll always kite back.
Yeah, actually, HerO needs to retreat right now. This is INnoVation's last attack here. He's getting another medivac, actually, and some more Marines, but... there is Templars in position, actually charging up on a lot on energy. 3 Zealots turn around, man. They're like the Spartans of this game.
They were sacrificial for the greater good, as behind this, HerO's probably just going to be replenishing quite nicely off the back of this. And actually...
3 Storms ready.
Yeah, 3 Storms. That's enough. Oh, and these 2 Zealots. Perfect move by HerO. He's looking for the clean sweep. It's been, once again, down to the wire. But
with Time Warp and Storm, I have foreseen, man.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult for INnoVation, unfortunately, for him. Terran hopes.
3 Templar hit squad here. Actually, INnoVation sees that with his factory. It's not going to matter. Oh, he goes for a drop. And there is 1 Stalker able to blink.
Yeah,
but feedback's
not maybe. Huge idea there.
And Stalker's being warped in. HerO knows that the only way he loses this is he messes up the worst way he's ever had.
Yeah. Oh, there's the blink forwards, and it does a little bit of damage to it. Any damage you can do to those medevacs right now is fantastic. As 3 more Zealots head into the main, there are
3 versus 3. Fight.
I think the Marines are going to lose, Todd. I don't see a good future for them. But now, INnoVation's... He's not going to leave. He is not going to leave. He's going to try as best he possibly can do to keep himself in this, but it's there's not a whole lot he can do. A Storm, this army's getting bigger for HerO. Time Warp, Storm maybe? He catches a lot of that bio, and the blink forward to try and bring down a medevac. It's looking too little too late for INnoVation as the rest of his army tries to drop into the main, but there's already Stalkers here. Any trade here for HerO is a good trade. INnoVation so far down on supply. He has no units left. 2 medevacs. GG. HerO takes the clean 3-0 sweep and eliminates INnoVation.
And I'm pretty sure Team Liquid is going to be tweeting at Acer ASAP.
Yeah, maybe.
Quite possibly here.
You're like refreshing your Twitter as you're saying that. And I'm like, wow, Todd, well, you're really eager to see this. But that does it. We now know our top 4 players here at the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne. We have HerO, we have Jaedong, we have Rain, we have Polt. And what a top 4 lineup we have here. 4 of the very finest StarCraft 2 players in the land. I mean, the round of 8 was stacked
In
with...
the universe.
Yeah. The round of 8 was stacked with the same caliber of players. It just was a case of who was going to be triumphant throughout the morning. Actually, it's not the morning now. It's like 7 p.m. or something. So throughout the day. And now we have 3 more series to come as well. We have the round of 4 matches and then that grand final. This is going to be big.
I'm actually in shock INnoVation lost the way it did just now.
It was tough. It really was. But guys, without further ado, let's send it over to Paul and the HerO, Mr. Liquid HerO.
Liquid HerO, congratulations. Through to the semi-finals after a straightforward win against INnoVation. If I said to you beforehand you're going to win this 3-0 in 30 minutes, would you have believed me?
게임 시작하기 전에 3대 0으로 이긴 걸 예상했다면 믿겠냐고요.
누가?
얘가
아, really? 이거 어떻게 뭐?
그러니까 만약에 지금은 3대 0으로 이겼는데 그 전에 이미 3대 0으로 네가 이길 거라 그렇게 말했었으면
그렇게 예상하기가 힘들었을 텐데 대단하네요. 네.
I don't believe you would make that like prediction, yeah.
No, maybe I wouldn't. But I mean, how are you able to prepare for INnoVation and just play so flawlessly through 3 maps? What have you done to make sure you could take him down so fast?
네, 어떻게 준비를 했나?
그냥 그 약간 판짜기 그 5판 3선이기 때문에 좀 약간 심리전 이용한 심리전 싸움에서 이겨서 좀 이렇게 3대 0 스코어가 나왔던 것 같아요.
Yeah, I prepared the matches based on mind games, so kind of trick him in the games and make him confused.
Yeah, and the first 2 games, that worked perfectly for you, right?
Yeah.
I love the fact that you know what I'm saying in English. It's brilliant. Do you think about the Katowice World Final when you're playing? Are you constantly thinking, okay, I really want to play there and it matters a lot to you, I know, but or do you just try and forget about that and just concentrate on the match?
네. 그 처음에 그 월드 챔피언십 예선이 엄청 많았는데 되게 항상 떨어져가지고 되게 가고 싶은 대회라고 게 포인트로 가는 줄 알고 그 이때까지 IEM을 좀 많이 출전했었기 때문에 좀 이렇게 수월하게 갈 수 있을 줄 알았는데 갑자기 그 제도가 바뀌어가지고 그 저한테 자격이 없다는 걸 알고 되게 실망도 많이 하고 좀 이렇게 꼭 가고 싶은 대회였는데 그래서 그거를 생각 안 하고 게임 하려고 네 노력했어요.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to the World Championships, and I always thought that if I have enough points or something like that, I could go there. But actually, I found out I have to be like first place or second place in the tournament. So I was kind of disappointed and tried my best to get there now. Yeah.
Okay, well, only 1 more game, and then you will be qualified. But it's a tough game because you've got to play in the lower bracket, in the bottom half of the semi against Jaedong next. Who's better, this HerO or CJ HerO?
그게 좀 되게 그 CJ 히어로 선수나 저나 좀 약간 어떻게 생각하면 민감한 부분인 것 같은데 누가 더 낫다고 이렇게 별로 판단하고 싶진 않은데 솔직히 좀 비교를 당하더라고요. 이렇게 CJ 그 준호가 성적을 낼 때는 좀 비교를 당하고 또 제가 성적을 내면 또 서로 비교를 이렇게 안 좋게 비교를 좀 하는 것 같아서 그게 좀 안타까운 것 같고 어차피 이왕 이렇게 된 거 그냥 둘 다 응원을 좀 많이 해줬으면 좋겠어요. 그냥 그 아이디에 상관없이.
Well, we get compared a lot when CJ HerO plays good. the fans, the community compare him to me, and otherwise when I play good, they compare me to HerO, CJ HerO, and I hope the fans see us as ourselves, not only the IDs, and hope to root for both of us.
Okay, well we have to try and work out who we're talking about. So are you good HerO or evil HerO?
그 무슨 말이죠?
좋은 히어로인지 나쁜 히어로인지.
리퀴드 히어로.
Perfect answer. He's not good HerO. He's not evil HerO. He's liquid HerO, and liquid HerO is advancing on to the semi-finals. Congratulations, HerO. And QXC is standing by to break down exactly how his favourite Terran didn't manage to qualify and beat this guy 3-0.
Taking a look at that last game on Heavy Rain, going into a pretty interesting base trade scenario. And basically, we're going to jump into the replay here. This is right before the base trade starts. If we take a look at INnoVation's vision, it's very important to note that at this point, he does not know whether or not HerO is coming back for the defense or whether he's initiating a base trade. If you go to HerO's vision, he obviously knows there are 4 medevacs in his main, and so he can basically conclude immediately this is going to base trade. He's far enough across the map that he doesn't really have the option of returning home, and he's going to make that happen. He also has this aggressively placed forward pylon. He's already warping in units, which means that a lot of his gateways aren't going to be ready if he even wanted to try and defend this back home. If we take a quick look at INnoVation's natural, it's very important to note that he has no bunkers, he has no supply depots, and he doesn't even have a wall at the top of his ramp. All of those things lead into a difficult to defend base trade position. As soon as INnoVation knows or were to find out that HerO is across the map, he would want to start adding supply depots, adding bunkers, but he doesn't. And so let's go forward a little bit, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what decisions these players make in terms of actually making this base trade happen. So if we go to HerO's main, the most important thing is that he has to stabilize in HerO's main with enough units to really continue to take a fight. He's got to keep microing. This is really his most important thing. If we pause for a moment now and look at INnoVation's main, this is where the action really starts to happen, and this is where the base trade is really decided. INnoVation has already cleared out most of HerO's units in HerO's main, and that army is just kind of A-moving at this point. It's really at this battle that HerO makes the difference with his very choice storm. So if we watch the way this plays out, you can see INnoVation is scrambling. He doesn't have that wall in. He's pulling all of his SCVs, and look at huge storms going down, losing 10 to 15 SCVs to a storm. What INnoVation really wanted to do was bring in maybe a quarter of the SCVs, bait out those storms, and then bring the rest of the SCVs in. From here, he's lost so much supply, it becomes very difficult to defend, even though he's able to kind of push HerO's initial assault back. He doesn't have enough supply in HerO's main to continue to disable everything. He doesn't have enough to push into that natural and finish that Nexus off, as we see right here. And so if we jump back to INnoVation's main real quick, we can see that HerO's units that he has left over, plus the ability to clean up INnoVation's drop in his main, plus the worker disparity, which is probably the most significant part. 2 workers to 38, and as soon as HerO's Nexus finishes, he's going to be on 2 base economy, putting him in a great spot where he is able to clean up this game. What a fantastic series. I'm disappointed to not see INnoVation proceed, but I am very pleased by the level that HerO is playing. Very excited. Hope he can make it to the finals and play a Terran there, and we can see some great TVPs. I think he plays someone else along the way. Anyway, that's analysis. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Yes, that's someone else that he plays. Happens to be Jaedong in the semi-finals, of course. And I don't blame Kevin for not knowing. He only concentrates on Terrans anyway. He's going to go and get his Terran tiers mopped up by Kalaris right now and hope that Polk can come through in our first semi-final. That is it. We're done and dusted in our quarterfinals. Next up, Final Four. The semi-finals are next.